The Bugle 6 is back, baby. Let's go. New day, new time. We're trying to do this Saturday night thing because Monday is just too crazy for me. Monday's already Monday, right? So you have the weekend, you got work on Monday morning, you're already dreading that. Then you go to work, then you come home, you got to update the show and everything. Monday, I don't need more on Mondays. Okay. So I wanted to do Saturday night. I'm excited for this a little earlier so that, none of us really got to wake up early in the morning. It's nice to have that, not to worry about being up, too late and having, all these shows on the weeknights and then just being tired all week long for work. And it's just like, no, thanks. Like that was just getting out of hand for me. So, new year, new time for Bugle 6. We're going to keep it with Saturdays, see how it goes tonight. And I'm sure we're going to see a couple new faces today because, it's a new day. So, and it's a little earlier. So new day. So I'm really excited, guys. This is the first stream I have been on, live stream I have been on since before Christmas. So when I was going like at least three a week, sometimes 4 to 5, like I've done 0. So might be a little rusty, a little fun, a little out there today, but it's gonna be a good time. I got the baby coming February 10th. That's the date, at least right now. So
man,
I'll probably do this again to where like you see me disappear for a minute. But again, that's a good thing because if it's Saturdays and I got a baby in the house, I don't got to worry about waking up middle of the night on Monday night after doing a long stream. I can do Saturday 6 to 8. You know what I mean? And then I can help out Saturday night. So it's all coming together to work out. Saturday nights, Bugle 6, truly the end of the week to get all the news possible throughout the week. Perfect time for me. And I am honored to have a great panel tonight. The House of Collectibles, Mr. Flavio, and XMAN Supreme. Let's go.
Laser show. Woo!
Let's go. How is it going, Flavio? Man, what is that behind you, dude? Bro. All this time we've been waiting, and there it is. Let's go.
It finally came to life, man. And it was a lot of work. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a lot of work, and it took a long time, but I'm so happy to finally, have my, displays that, I've been thinking of having for the longest, but I've just had to wait, with the way that, things happened when, first moving in,
Yeah.
So I had to kind of like wait, and then, you know, I already had a ton of figures because I've been collecting for, you know, a couple of years. So now that it's finally all done and it's behind me, you know, it just feels good to know that I put that to rest and I'm on to a new chapter. So I'm very happy with the way it looks too. I visioned, you know, with that amount of space, you know, I remember, shout out to Graham, but you know, measuring, yeah, like measuring for my cases, trying to figure out how many I could fit, how many I wanted, which kinds, you know, everything that a collector, like, you know, when you're going to go the module case route, shout out to Brian, you're kind of like, okay, well, do I want the 6 series or, you know, the 120s? So
Sure.
I wanted the 120s because I needed more space in my mind for future proofing and all of that. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Graham and D'Lo, all you guys, shout out, you know, to you guys. It looks easy, but this is a right pain in the ass for sure. And
dude, they are.
They'll say it too, but I'm happy that it's done. And I just got the figures that I already had out on my garage shelf in there for now, but now am on the journey of like making my displays how I wanted to. I just finished that last cube right before the show because, you know, I was waiting.
That's why you weren't saying anything to me.
Yeah,
you was busy.
Yeah, I was doing that, but it's
dude, and it matches that paint on the wall too. Like I love that paint that you got. That's good.
I can't wait to like fill it up, do it how I want, like, you know, dial it in, and then do my collection tour finally. So that'll be coming eventually, but you know,
somebody else with Spider-Man figures. Let's go. Thank you.
I'm excited though. So thank you for having me again, and I'm happy to be here with you and XMAN for sure, talking about all this good news. And shout out to everybody in the chat tonight.
Yes, shout out to everyone. We got 15 at the start of the show, which is crazy because it's a new night. Where we switched it to Saturday. So thank you everybody for being here, guys. If you have got in here, if you just started watching, make sure to hit that like button, and we're gonna have a good show tonight. We got a lot to talk about, a couple hours to talk about some stuff. You know, it's been a little light with some hot toys, but we got some other stuff to talk about too. XMAN, my guy, thank you for coming on the show once again. And man, you know what? I was just looking at your cases too, and those are nice, dude. Like, especially with those Mondo figures in the back there and everything. Like,
yeah, dude, those are the friggin' those are the IKEA friggin' Roostas. And they're not bad. The only problem is that they have like that lower bottom shelf that's more of a stand, so it's not really like part of the display. So I need to get more monos, because the mono cases, I'm loving those monos. They look really good. And those were a pain in the ass to put together. So I don't even want to know.
Oh yeah.
Like what it's like putting together like the big real deal whole damn wall there.
If I didn't have the Jedi Knights watch to help me out, I don't think I would do it. I'm just that type of person. Like, I'm not gonna mess with something like that. That's just too crazy for me. So I give everyone who does it props. It's just not my thing to do. I have the hardest time. I don't have the patience for something like that. So shout out to Graham, Jedi Knights Watch. Like, dude, this is all him right here helping a brother out. So, dude, because there's no way in hell that I would be able to set up, especially like if I got like 12 cases or something and putting all that together. Like, that's a lot, man. You got to be really, really committed for that, to want those shells like big time. So, no, good to have you guys here. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about. We got top or bottom. We got hot toys news. We have movie news. We have some Mondo news that I like to talk about. And of course, we got the in-art news that broke this morning. So would love to talk about that as well. And I have kind of sort of a game to play, a ranking game, quickly ranking game. You guys are just going to do it yourselves real quick. And we'll talk about that. Let's get in with the chat real quick. Let's see here. Who we got in the house today? We got Valkyrie, always in here hanging out with us. Valkyrie Magnus, good evening, guys. What is up, Valkyrie? XMAN saying hello. We got the Jedi Knights Watch channel member as well as Valkyrie. Valkyrie, shout out. Jedi Knights Watch channel member. Hello, everyone. Have a great show. We'll catch the oh, well, too sweet, I guess. Catch replay at least. Yeah, it's fine. We got Melissa Carter, new face. Evening, gentlemen. Evening. Thank you for being here on this lovely live stream Saturday night. We got Pliskin Inc. Nice live. Sweden here. Nice catching a live. Yeah, thank you for being here. This is what's so cool is like you get the fresh faces for the live streams and more people get to watch like worldwide. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I can see this being a success. Jose Plus, what's up, my guy? Bugle 6 on a Saturday? Yes, on a Saturday, man. Saying my prediction is off so far. My Chargers getting the beat down. It's not over until it's over, my friend. Never give up on your team. It's not over till it's over. But yeah, not looking good. I'm not going to lie. But if my predictions are wrong, that means my Packers are going to win tomorrow because right now I got them to lose. So let's hope I am wrong. Let's see here. We have Colin. Hey guys, what's up, Colin? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream, the Bugle 6. Let's see. We got Miami's Nemesis. Good to see you in the house. What is up? Every time I see that emoji, it makes me want a beer more so than a water. But this is what I got is a water. Love the Joker picture. Let's see who else. We got Phil the Burn, of course. Phil the Burn was just over on Movie Canon stream with Mr. XMAN doing a really cool tier list on Batman vehicles, which gave me an idea for a top or bottom. No, it's not Batman vehicles, but it gave me an idea for top or bottom. So shout out to Gio and shout out to Phil the Burn for being here. Let's see who else we got in the house. Let's see. Jedi saying after a while you get addicted to the Maji case build. Yeah. I'm itching for 3 more DFs soon. My goodness. This guy. Jose saying, come to my house.
Oh, dude, man. They suck so bad. Like, especially the last part when you have to get that back bar to connect with everything. If you know what I'm talking about, it sucks so bad.
Oh, no thanks. I don't like that stuff. They look amazing, and which is why I have some, but I just, man, it would take me probably a year to make one case. It took me a while. Evening panel says Batman Collectibles. Evening, sir. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. P-Rockzilla in the house. What is up, my guy? P-Rock. Yo, tuning in between the rounds of UFC fights going on now. Man, I love it when he streams those fights too. He has a good time hanging out with some buddies and stuff. So it's always fun to watch.
Shout out to my boy P-Rock.
Yeah, I love P-Rock, man. Let's see. It's my Godzilla buddy. Him and Aaron, 2 Godzilla buddies. We got Sin in the house. What's up, guys? What is up, man? I've been talking to him a little bit here lately too. Been catching some of my new videos, so I appreciate you tuning in as much as you are. And let's see who else we got. I'm guessing the Chargers scored when I said it's not over yet. Or not the Chargers, but I'm guessing the Texans scored. Sorry. Melissa's saying, let's talk 21 inches. I'm guessing you're talking about some Venom. And that Venom, I'm hoping will be here by the end of the month for me. I know some people are getting it, which is really exciting. I did, however, just put a video out for this Mondo Venom. Hey, Flavio.
Oh my gosh.
No, don't be laughing. I know you're laughing at this Mondo figure because all the
I'm laughing at P-Rock. I'm laughing at P-Rock.
Okay. Yeah, this baby right here. That's nice.
Yeah, that's badass though.
It's sick, man. It really is. Like this Venom.
I like the color on it and the green.
Dude, it's crazy. Let's see. What did P-Rock say? Love you guys too. Now let me feel those ties.
Telling me I wouldn't laugh at that, bro. Come on.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We got 20 in the house. Guys, I want to start off, before we talk about some news, I want to start off with I want to do stuff a little different. We're not going to do top or bottom right away, but we are going to do a little bit of something new. I wanted to share this because now I'm not sharing it. I made this, which is why it looks so crappy. But I want to, you guys might be wondering, what is this? So this is basically like what not really what means the most, but like, what do you look for in a figure? Like when you're buying a figure, what means the most to you, right? So is it as you can see here with Black Widow, is it the head sculpt that means the most to you? That might throw you off or get you to want the figure? Is it down here where you see the Dark Knight Returns? Is it the character? So is it the character? Is it like if it's limited or not? Is it the base? Okay. Is it like getting the whole line as you see here with Ahsoka? So completing a line, whether it's like you don't really need that figure or not. Is it the price point? Or is it the accessories? So Flavio, I'm going to start with you. What is like the one thing that catches your eye the most, or like kind of like veers you off or kind of catches your eye the most?
I mean, what's always going to catch my eye is definitely the head sculpt.
Sure.
So, I mean, I feel like this is kind of like, not like a catch-22 question, but I can maybe
But even if you don't like the character, like if it's a great head sculpt, you're just going to buy it?
No, not necessarily, but usually like the characters that they're doing, I'm fans of and would like a accurate representation of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But
sure.
I mean, if I wasn't picking the head sculpt, I would probably pick the Miles Morales picture in the sense of like accessories, because I want to see what the whole package as a
Sure.
figure does it bring to the table. So that picture represents, you know, a lot of good things for me too, because if you're giving me a very strong head sculpt of a character that I like with a great all-in buy-in, then I'm all for it. But the money doesn't matter to me. The limited aspect
must be nice.
no, I mean, just like kidding, the price of it. Like, I mean, I don't mean to say it like that. I'm just saying, like,
I know.
if it's a character that I really love and I gotta have, like, I wanna, like, I'm worried about the head sculpt and like what it comes with. Like, you know what I mean? If I can, you know, afford to get it, then I really would like to get it. You know, that's what moves me the most. But I'm sorry that I picked like 2 there, but.
No, you're good. You're good. I was gonna have you guys rank this from like most important to least important.
Oh,
but we don't need to do that. I'm not gonna do that just because it's kind of hard, because you're like, okay, so what is that one again? Don't even worry about doing that. But XMAN, what's the most important and least important for you?
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, because it is always going to be a multitude of factors. The biggest thing is it my character? You know. Sure. Like when it comes to like Wolverine, I'm getting him.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even it's Wolverine, I'm getting him. That's my boy. That's my dear sweet baby boy. But in addition to that, you know, there is something to be said for the quality of the figure. If it's dog shit Wolverine, well, I don't know about that. But like, for instance, Black Widow. I have been planning to pick up a Black Widow figure, not specifically because I wanted Black Widow, but because I want her for a particular display that I've been wanting to put together for a while. And she is one of the 3 characters I need for it. And I was just going to get, you know, whichever one. I was going to get the most recent at the time, which was the one from her movie in the black suit. I was going to get that one.
Okay.
Because I thought it looked really good, and it was
it's really nice,
and it's really decently priced, you know, right now. And around the time that I was, you know, waiting to get to that point, because I wasn't going to buy her right away, because I'm still waiting on another character to show up, and then I'll grab her, and maybe by then she'd have been cheaper. But during that wait, they put up this artisan.
Sure.
And I want to get the best one that I can get, if I can get it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Black Widow isn't a top tier character for me, but for the display that I want to put her in, for the pose that I want her to be in, and everything they've done to update like this character as far as what her figure offers, I'm like, well, this is the way for me to go. So in that case, I went with that one because she's the best looking one. She's got the artisan treatment with the nice hair, and the rolling eyes for my display are going to be important. So I had to factor that in too. Now, as far as the lowest stuff goes, well, I guess really it comes down to it looks cool. You know, there's a lot of stuff that looks really cool, and the last year of announcements have been difficult for everybody because there's so much cool looking stuff out there right now. And like Marco says, you can buy anything, but you can't buy everything.
Right.
So when I'm looking at figures now, like the cool factor, if it's just cool, that's the last thing that I care about. If it's my character and they look cool, then that's a bonus. But like I had ordered the Green Goblin, the upgraded suit they called it. Yep. Though I feel like that's a weird name for it. But I ordered that because he looked cool as hell. Like that figure is art. That's beautiful. That head sculpt is beautiful.
You want to sell it?
Oh, I didn't get it. I ended up canceling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I had mine paid off and I cancel it.
Me too.
I don't remember why I did it, but I think it was because I was like, I don't need 2 Green Goblins, and I wanted to get that RoboCop 3 figure. I think that's what it was. I was like, you know what? I need that RoboCop. So.
And that's how it always goes too, right? Because like they had just announced Artisan Wanda, and I was like, well, I'm gonna want to get her, and I may not get her in the draft, so I may have to spend more for her. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if I gotta spend more money on her, then I'm going to offset that by not getting a certain few things. So he was on the chopping block because he looked cool, but he just doesn't have all of that meaning for me otherwise.
Yeah. Let me say hi real quick to the movie canon. What is up, my guy? Member of the Brickyard. Welcome. P-Rock saying he loves that Assassin's Creed flag. Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We have Jazzy in the house. What is up? Pliskin saying just cancel the Ahsoka line. I don't know, man. That's I still want Hera and Chopper. I don't know if I'm gonna still do that just because of like this line was like I wanted like half of this line, and then all of a sudden Artisan went crazy.
I gotta have most of that line.
Yeah, it got too crazy for me, so I had to be somewhat selective. But
yeah, Deadpool hurt this line for me.
Yeah, Deadpool, that was another one. Big Dog Pound, what is up, X-Man? I need a woo from you.
Oh, really? Oh, here we go. Hey, yep. let me back this up a little bit. Woo!
Yes, that was good. Thank you for backing that up. Oh, that was good. That was great. Thank you for being here, Big Dog. Let's see here. Jose Santos, another interception. We have the movie canon saying or showing off his 10 months of being a Brickyard member. That is crazy. I cannot believe I've had a membership for 10 months. That's nuts. So thank you very, very much, Gio. Gio's probably one of the most like supportive people in the community too. So shout out to Gio Cannon.
Gio's a good egg.
He really is. Let's see if I'm passing by some of your comments. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. All right. So, we got another guy here. What is up, guys? What is up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna say I love both your all's points. I'm gonna say for me, it's most important though is character. Like kind of similar to you guys. So like character, it has to be something that I want. Like, is it Spider-Man? Is it, what Batman is it? Because I might be very interested in that. Is it RoboCop or, like Iron Man or something like that? So character means a lot to me too. Then it's probably the head sculpt. Okay, so if it's like a bad head sculpt, I might pass. I don't care how big of a fan I am. If it's a bad head sculpt, I'm not spending over $200 on a figure for a crappy sculpt. And then I'll go ahead and say it. It's the price. Price is up there at third, accessories, then base, so kind of in that order. I think the least important for me is completing the line. So I would say that, but accessories are really important because you want to be able to, if they have a bunch of accessories or multiple head sculpts, you can buy two, have some fun with that, have different looks. Or if you just buy one, have a bunch of different, ways to pose your figure and switch it up every now and then. So accessories means a lot to me, really. But yeah, character and sculpt, number one for sure. I just thought that would be a little fun to do, get to know us a little bit better when it comes to our collecting. But yeah, so guys, the big news is I want to go ahead and talk about some InArt. Okay, so InArt dropped some. Was it InArt that dropped it, or was it kind of leaked? Does anybody know?
I don't know, but
I've just seen
it's not an announcement. It's just kind of like
been at an event or something.
Yeah.
It has to be
definitely.
Yeah.
But this is what looks like is coming now. If we know by now, okay, we've seen minifigures where we thought was going to be coming soon, and hasn't from InArt. One is Daenerys Targaryen. Obviously, they're probably trying to fix her up because of the issues that everyone is complaining about her hair and whatnot. And who knows? I just hope they don't lose that license by the time they finally want to officially announce her.
I think what it is that, they already started with these lines. So this is what's hot right now. They got to complete this first, and then they'll get to that.
Sure. I agree. That might be it too. It could be a combination. I think. Is this Draco Malfoy on the left? Yes, it is. And Snape.
Yep.
Very cool. I love these characters. I just want a Hagrid, man. I want a Hagrid so bad. Like, if Hagrid came, I would easily go back and get a Harry Potter. Because that's really all you need.
Hagrid.
Dude, that's all you need. A Hagrid and a Harry Potter. You don't have to worry about getting all three of the kids. You don't have to spend $2,500 and then get every character. No, but a Hagrid and a Harry is perfect to show off your Harry Potter love. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the Snape looks good. Like, comes with a sorting hat, looks like. Let me zoom in a little bit here.
But then if you think about it, though, Snape is also a very great character because he loved Harry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
Snape was always my favorite professor. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He was my favorite professor. I don't know if I can go deep in this line. Like one day I might get a Harry Potter, sure. But like I don't know if I could go to like Malfoy and Snape, and I don't even think I could even do a Dumbledore.
Bro, I could do everything Harry Potter. Like,
that shit. And I love Harry Potter, dude. Like, I'm a huge, like, dude, our generation, we grew up on Harry Potter. I was in line for Order of the Phoenix midnight release, the 5th book. Like, I was ready. I saw every single movie in theater. Like, it's Harry Potter. That was my generation, and it brought, reading back to kids, and you could just talk about it all day. But excited for the Max show that's coming out, the remake and all that. So, but to have for me personally, I don't blame anybody that wants this. Like, kudos, like that's awesome. But me, I'm limited. So like to have a whole toy line of Harry Potter, that's a lot for me. So for me, I would just want like a Hagrid and a Harry. I'd be cool with that. But X-Man, what are you thinking of these Potter figures?
I think I want to see 21 inches of Hagrid. I want to see that guy. That would be impressive. He'll be a big figure.
Yeah, he would.
He would be
Hagrid.
He would be tall. He would be broad.
Dude, it'd be great.
All that hair.
Great. Yeah.
And dude, the coat, dude.
He's huge. He's a huge.
Yep.
Yeah, he's ginormous.
Compared to them, yeah.
Oh yeah. Snape. I was wondering when they were gonna get to Snape.
Sure.
Because Snape is he's kind of like one of those must-be-made figures if you're making Harry Potter figures.
I'm kind of worried about how they better not make these like like all the potions right here. If they make that look kind of cheap, you know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be like. I doubt
they will.
No, I think they're gonna look good. Like I think they're gonna look like you know, all the little pieces that they have usually,
Sure.
they seem to be.
Is that a Patronus?
Pretty good.
Yeah, looks like it. I like the base, but I feel like they could have gone a little harder on the base for the premium edition. Obviously, this might not be the final product, right? But I think there could be a little bit something different because all the other characters, they have like a backdrop.
Yeah, like
from
the
this
one
line
where they had the school wall part, like the cap to the castle.
Yeah, and then you see Malfoy right here. He's got that backdrop.
It would be
just
cool
be
to
nice.
have. It would be cool to have Snape like in a hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a chair for Malfoy?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the
It looks
chair
like a
that he-
chair.
that's
Oh,
the chair that
we're getting couches and chairs now.
You
That's
got the
couch
dog.
that
What's the
he was
dog's name
sitting
again?
in. I don't
Ugly?
remember.
Brutus or something? Is it Brute? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, I think they're gonna turn out great, man. These Harry Potter figures are already like really looking good, but it's exciting. It's exciting that they're continuing the line. I want to see Dumbledore. I want to see Hagrid. I think we'll get a Professor McGonagall.
Yeah, she's
got to.
legendary.
Sure.
She's legendary too. She's got to do, and it would be cool if they just also gave you a cat.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because like she wouldn't.
What if they just gave you a cat and it said Professor McGonagall? And that's all.
No, you know what I mean. But I'm saying though, they can't give you the cat. And, like they could give you the cat with her, but it doesn't make sense technically because she transforms into that. So you wouldn't want both of them on display at the same time. But I don't know. You know.
Yep.
I'm a nerd when it comes to Harry Potter, bro. Like I love Harry.
Yeah. Have you gotten the other in-art figures?
No, and that's the thing. That's why, like, what you were saying, like that for you, like you wouldn't be able, like you wouldn't do the whole line. Like for me, I agree with that. But at this point, the way that they're coming out with these figures, I honestly think that for the love that I have for Harry Potter and also Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
Lord
of the Rings is the one that's hurting me.
I'm gonna plan to take a whole journey and look for those figures and just do it over time. Like hopefully, like that would be my goal. Like because I really would love to have them, but you know, there's so much other heat with like Hot Toys too that I love too as well. So it's very hard to choose. But
well, for me, Lord of the Rings is like my Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but like Lord of the Rings to me is like that peak level of like nerdism. And in my opinion, just like personally. But yeah, so to miss out on a couple of those figures, I really do want to go back and get those, especially knowing that they're going to be continuing here, which we will go to soon. But we got a question here. Can you join all the bases? I don't think you can, but you guys might know otherwise.
See, you thought looking at the original 3 that was going to be the gimmick, right?
Right.
But I don't think they can because they're the way that they're angled. You know, like
yeah,
you're not getting like a flat wall out of that. It's just like several different. Yeah.
You know what would have been cooler for the 3 kids too is if the backdrop instead of the hallway it was like the train. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But I understand though, like if they're making all the like a bunch of characters from Harry Potter, like you're going to want to be able to have the characters that are in the school, right? So you don't want to have like Snape by the train because that just wouldn't go well together, right? But
yeah. Have they said that they're going to make more like older years?
Ooh,
I'm sure they will in the future.
That could be a thing. That could be a thing with the train then.
Deathly Hollows. That would be cool.
Different versions of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To get a Sirius Black would be really cool too.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Dude, honestly, they could do any character from Harry Potter and it would like literally be.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
Well, because like even people who don't collect figures, they see Harry Potter stuff and they're like, "Oh, I'm getting that." You know,
dude, like
people that buy the.
You're telling me a Dumbledore, just like they did Gandalf,
just to put it on their bookshelf and stuff. Like people are crazy. You know, they buy these $150, $200 wands. Like they're gonna, you know what I mean? They'll buy a figure, or statues or whatever. So we got collector
the wands
Joey
can turn
in
your
the
TV
house.
on though.
What's up, Joey? Thank you for being here, sir. Member of the Brickyard as well. Sorry, X-Man. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying the wands though. You can get those wands to turn your TV on. It's like a universal remote.
Oh, really?
And, oh yeah, dude. Like, what was it like 2011? An old roommate of mine had one of those, and he had set it up so he could control the volume on his stereo, and he had the battery operated candles. So he set it up for those, so he would flick it at the candles and they'd light up.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. That's pretty cool. I could do a little thing when I turn on my lights. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah. It was pretty sick.
Cool. That would be cool. Let's see here. And we got sorry, not Evil Sneaker. That was actually an accident. That was not on purpose. Figures and Fandom, a member of the Brickyard. I still think of him as Evil Sneaker. I talk to him every day too. So like I still
shout out to you, Sneaker.
Yeah,
bro.
but like shout out to Figures and Fandom. Oh damn, new showtime. Yes, sir. Trying Saturday nights gives me more freedom throughout the the day and everything. It's not on a Monday. Mondays are crazy. Mondays are just too nuts. Happy birthday, I guess. XMAN says.
Yeah, that's new to me. I didn't know I could do that. Wow, how about that?
No, but nice. I appreciate you being here, Figures and Fandom. So hopefully you're having fun watching the show. Hopefully him and I can both get on Wolfpack for one of these Wednesdays. It's been a crazy holiday season for the both of us. So okay, what else do we have from InArt? We have Walking Dead, which is cool. Like I know a lot of people are going to want these figures, right? And this is something that we have heard is going to be coming sooner than later. Like InArt has talked about The Walking Dead. I've only seen the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. I really liked it, but then I started getting spoiled. People started telling me what was going to happen. Then it just seemed like it was too much of the same stuff. But I think back and I'm like, man, I wish I would have finished the series. Like, and it was really good from what I've seen. But for me, for these figures, again, I don't know. I'm sure they're going to turn out great though. And I'm excited for anybody who is a fan of The Walking Dead. So XMAN, what do you think of these here? Are you interested in The Walking Dead figures at all?
I watched the first episode of The Walking Dead and I just didn't go back to it. I didn't dislike it, but it didn't make me want to go back to it. Okay. I've heard a lot about the characters from people because the internet still exists. And Negan there sounds like a badass dude. And whatever Norman Reedus' character is.
If you got a badass name, you a badass dude.
But I mean, I can, you can only tell so much from these little pictures. But
sure.
But I think it's cool though because they're popular characters, just the same.
Yeah.
So I have no doubt that they'll be successful with these, just like they have been so far, seemingly with everything else they put out. And as long as they can keep their numbers, their wait times, in check, then I think they should be good to go.
Yeah. What about you, Flavio?
Yeah, man. So this is also like a generational thing too, because I remember The Walking Dead, like the preview and like the show pretty much airing. Like I watched it from the pilot, and it was kind of like how do I say that? Kind of like a get together thing that me and my family, like my siblings, like we used to do. It was, I forget what day it aired. I think it was like always like on the same day. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday at 9, and we would stay up and watch it. And yeah, it was a great time. I really loved the early seasons of it. Like I would say maybe 1 through like 4, 5. Kind of like when Negan starts to come out, but after that, like I watched a little bit more. I forget what season I left off at, but I didn't continue all the way to the end and what's now but present anyways. But I think it's really cool that they're doing something that's like completely left field though, when they do things that kind of like, see, it's already been done. It's kind of like it's cool, but not like throws it over the top. So like I think this is very unique. Like it's cool.
Refreshing, right?
It's refreshing. Yeah, like that's a good way to say it. It's definitely refreshing. But for me, like I love the show, but I wouldn't say like it's like my all-time favorite since I didn't complete it. But I would like to have like, you know, like pretty much somewhat the main cast, like a Michonne, like Daryl, you know, Carl, Glenn, everybody, you know, from the main cast when they were like all together and they had to pretty much like come together, even though they didn't really trust one another until, you know, they had to pretty much go with each other. And that part right there, I thought was like the most special part, you know, of the show as it kept growing. But I can't wait to see them. They looked great when we seen them in that one con last year, when we seen the Daryl and, you know, up close. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see it. But probably
if I got into this line, I think I would put these with like Breaking Bad figures. Do you guys remember that theory that like this had like was in the same world as Breaking Bad? Because of like was it
that blue stuff?
Yep. So that was always a cool theory that I was kind of into. Like,
me too.
Oh man, like are we gonna see a Walter White zombie here in a minute? Like, is it gonna happen? I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan. Like, in art, make some Breaking Bad figures, please. Make some Breaking Bad figures because I'd buy those.
Those tidy Walter Whiteys,
dude. If they made that figure, oh my gosh, I would buy that. I don't care the price. I'd buy it. That was, dude. When I was collecting Funko Pops, that was like my favorite Funko Pop was that Walter White with a gun, and then his little whitey tighties. Like that was the coolest Funko Pop ever. Because you got like this little kiddish looking toy, but it's like a dude in underwear and a gun. Like, you know, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. We got a super chat here from Valkyrie Magnus. Thank you, my friend. $5 super chat. Member of the Brickyard. Sorry, I have to head out. Wife says the family movie night. Oh, that's heck yeah. So I'll catch the rest of the show on replay. I appreciate you coming back later on, and kind of interested to see what movie you're seeing. I know there's like Sonic 3 right now, and they got that new Lion King, the Mufasa movie. Bob Dylan, that movie is out with Timothy Chalamet. So yeah, if you haven't left it, let us know what movie you're gonna go see. That's exciting. I love family night, movie night. Pliskin saying, if hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry if I'm not, but I'll buy them all. Let's see here. I want an actual zombie, says Sen. That would be sweet.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Especially that one from like the end of the first episode when it's like crawling. Like that would be cool. That would be a cool accessory to have with one of the main characters. Like, you know what I mean?
Duty crawler.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. Let's see. Jazz is saying, nah, I ain't spending $500 on Glenn. F that. What else we got here from InArt? This is exciting. This is a thing that I like about InArt that I'll give them 100% credit is that, and Flavio, I think it was you that said it. But like, it's something you don't see everywhere all the time. You know, you got Lord of the Rings, you possibly getting Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Walking Dead. Like, you know, but when they do like a Superman or a Batman figure or Joker, I'm just like, okay, you know, just whatever. But when they do stuff like this, okay, like this is what I've been waiting for, because I have been saying to a friend of mine that if I were to get into Lord of the Rings, because I love Lord of the Rings, but again, it's one of those lines that's like, you never know when it's going to stop. So in order to show off my love for Lord of the Rings, I would love to have a Frodo and a Sam, or a Frodo and like a Gollum or something like that. This is Frodo and Sam. I don't know if this is a 2-pack. It looks like it's going to be a 2-pack.
It looks like it.
So that's freaking sick. This is a day one pre-order without a doubt. This right here, and I met Sean Ashton in real life. Played lacrosse with him actually for a good 30 minutes of my life. And I don't meet a lot of famous people, so that was really cool. And guys, I am loving this. This is what gets me going right here. So Flavio, Lord of the Rings fan, you gonna get these two right away?
Bro, that's I'm gonna have to really think about this, but not think about it that hard because I might just go for this because this is the fellowship, dude. Like part of the fellowship, right? Like, and I'm right there with you. Like for me, it's definitely Lord of the Rings, then Harry. When it was at that time, like I was way more of a, Lord of the Rings fan for sure, but. Bro, Frodo and Samwise Gamgee, like so fire, bro.
Everybody needs a Sam, bro.
Yo, I don't mean to. But yo,
you
like
sound so southern, bro.
yo, but I love those movies. Bro, and it comes, look at the base, like it's like the Hobbit house, like the top of it, you know what I mean?
Oh, I did not notice that. Hold on.
That is sick. That's very creative. I like that kind of like, in
that is
like
so cool.
introducing that.
Yep.
All the hands. Look at all the little bits and pieces you get. I was so hyped. Cool. Like you get his the necklace with the ring.
Hey Flavio, sorry to cut you off. My computer's dying. I forgot to plug in my computer, so just keep it going. I'm gonna run and get my charger. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. So, dude, like you get the ring, I love that you get the Mithril shirt. I'm not trying to be too nerdy, but like that shirt is cool. Like that's the chainmail shirt that Bilbo gave him. You get all these nice little different pots and pans that Sam would have. Because when they were starting to take their journey, he was the one that, was cooking for them. So, you guys know about second breakfast and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So no potatoes, and I just love this, man. This set is just really awesome to me because you pretty much take the whole journey with all these characters, but there's a very sentimental and very close journey that you take with Frodo and Sam throughout the whole movie. You know what I mean? With them going into the depths of the darkest places that they've ever been to or could imagine, and they actually make it,
Second
throughout.
Breakfast? Did I hear second breakfast?
Second breakfast? What about 12 o'clock tea? Yo, you get pieces of lammis bread with this too, and if you know how to break bread,
bro knows what the bread. You must have like studied the.
Dude, nah, man, bro, I'm telling you, I am a real Lord of the Rings like nerd, bro. Like I know all about this stuff. I love Lord of the Rings, so I'm very excited about this. It's just, what's the price on this? How awesome is it gonna be?
How much was Gandalf?
I don't
was
even
he like
remember.
High 400s, low 5?
XMAN, I know.
I don't know.
I bet you these two will be. I bet you these two will be slightly above that.
Well, you got to think about it. The Joker 4-pack was what, like 1,400?
Yeah, but these guys are small. I think that's
that ain't gonna matter.
That ain't gonna matter though. I don't think they care about that. They care about like I was gonna say this is gonna be like and stuff. So
I think it's gonna be like 6 something.
Nah, I think
it's gonna at least be $1,000.
There's gonna be at least 1,000.
Oh, there's $1,000. I'm pass on this shit.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be at least 1,000 if it's a double pack. If it's a double pack,
bro,
if not, if
you
it's
ain't gonna give me 2 hobbits for $1,000. I'm sorry. If they do that,
you saying a hobbit ain't worth a whole person?
Hey yo, what do you do?
What do you mean, you people?
Don't you go there. Bro,
dang.
Don't you go there.
Nah, but seriously, it's definitely gonna be $1,000. But if it's a double pack, if it's single, they'll be 500, like somewhere around.
If this is $1,000, I better get more accessory. I better get something like.
They're showing you what
I don't know,
get.
man. $1,000's too
and
much.
You're gonna have to put all of this together on that figure.
$1,000's too much for that. $1,000's too much. I could see maybe 700, but $1,000, that's nah.
So when they have the rooted feet, you're not gonna go for it?
If it's a grand with some rooted feet, we'll talk.
15.
Dude, that is crazy because the Hobbit feet are like way bigger, so the figures are gonna look funny.
Yeah, Gandalf would look good between these two.
Oh,
yeah, those
man,
are premium
I want to
feet.
get them all.
There.
Make Merry and Pippin next as a double pack, please.
Nah, not if it's another grand. You guys are crazy.
Nah, bro. For Lord of the Rings, bro, like that is like if they need to make a orc like Lurtz, like the big dude.
See this Dilo right here. They should have made a 4-pack. 100%.
Yeah, they definitely 100%. Did because they should have just did Sam, Frodo, Merry, and Pippin all together.
I could see that if it was a 4-pack. I could see that being like $1,200. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, and they definitely dropped the ball because they did a Joker 4-pack. So like they could have did that. I didn't even think of that. Shout out to D.
Bro, a Hobbit's smaller than Hermione though. Like Hobbits are tiny, man. Like I mean, they're not like Smurfs, but they're what? Aren't they like? They'll probably be the same size because Hermione's probably what 4'9" in that movie.
Yeah, it's just the thing is that compared to like an average man, like in Lord of the Rings, like you know what I mean, they're way shorter, but they're smaller people. They're like 3-4 feet.
Yeah, they're gonna be half the size of a Gandalf. Why am I spending the same price?
But you know what I mean? That's gonna be tough too, for real, because you're right. When you think about it, when they already made Gandalf, Aragorn, and they're making Legolas too, they have to scale properly next to those figures for them to be really believable.
I mean, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a grand, but I would not like. It shouldn't be, like because it's a company and the way that companies work. Like, I could see them pushing a grand, but like. Come on,
they're definitely going to be shorter than Hermione for sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
like,
they gotta be in a way.
This can't be more like this. If this is like $650 to $750, I'm cool with that. But a grand, that's crazy.
It's gonna be though. Somehow they're gonna figure out how to make it a grand.
Well, yeah, because they had to make 2 different characters. They had to make the different head sculpts.
Yeah,
you got to make the different clothes, tailoring, and all.
I mean, that's great, but look at Hot Toys. We get 3 head sculpts with them, and it's still a $350, figure. So,
but technically, there's that's their pitch. Like they're saying that they're that next level of realism. But do you think that
Hobbits aren't very realistic, sir? Okay.
No, I'm just saying. Like with them, like in our. That's the only reason that it's hard for me to stomach it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's just Hot Toys is making it so affordable and they're doing so great at what they do. But, I love these in-art pieces. It's just I'm picking, this.
Dude, if this is a grand before shipping, I'm out.
What Hot Toys charge for Yoda?
Probably
would have been like 2 something, yeah, like
240, 230,
like 240.
And that was like average.
Because this was
at the time, right?
At the time ish. Nah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little cheaper than. Yeah, I mean, I don't know though, man. Like, if a Yoda came out today, I would assume that Yoda would be like 280, 285.
I don't know, man. Because
then again, they made Nice Pool 305, so let's not get into that.
Yeah,
the pricing is just weird. Just the way
pricing
that
is
it
weird.
just is on
The
figures.
Nice Pool is the same cost.
Oh, Dilo said 189. Look at this guy. Come to the rescue. So that's
for
cheap.
Each of them.
For Yoda.
For
each Yoda. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
No. I think he meant for Yoda. Yeah. Damn.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they'll invest in new bodies. Says Jazzy for sure.
Bro,
man, definitely... I can't wrap my head around these 2 little guys who are probably going to be the size of Yoda, if not maybe a tad bit bigger. He
has to be. They have to be a little bit bigger than that because Yoda's technically like at your knees, bro. Like, but these guys are.
You ever see this guy look up at Gandalf?
Yeah, he is short, like the way they make it, but like
Gandalf is a big dude, though.
I know, and in figure
He
format, is it going to scale properly now?
What's up, Austin? Thank you for being here, man. Come to listen to grown men talk toys. Guys, Austin and Joey were here earlier. They are from Copper Drop, which I'm sure everybody in this chat knows. Copper Drop Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. One of the most fun shows out there. So go check them out if you haven't already. And definitely go check out Austin's channel as well. Austin, I need more vlogs, my guy. More vlogs. Yeah, so anyways.
They're going to just get you on like all the bits and pieces and the realism and like, oh my gosh, look at this 1/6 scale little knapsack like that you can hang on Sam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Sure.
But they're fire, but I don't know if it's enough for me to go for it.
Not enough for me.
It's tough. It's really tough.
But you got his little Hobbit laptop there. What is that?
Little Hobbit laptop.
What is that under the bag?
I see
Why
it.
is it a laptop?
He said a Hobbit laptop. No,
it's like a tough book.
I think it's a...
It's a Hobbit top.
I can't even see what that is.
I'm not even sure. I don't know. Is that a
so
book?
Many... No.
I wasn't sure if that was a book or... Oh, I don't know. I don't
but
know.
You know what's
come
one
up
thing?
A lot of stuff, but like...
You know what's another thing, too, that I'm seeing here, though? Like, we don't... I don't... Is that Frodo's sword?
Can I just say, Flavio, XMAN?
Yeah.
I know hobbits like to eat, but why are you giving me pots and pans for a figure?
It's part of their kit.
Because they hang on the back of his thing. Like, that's how he was when he was walking through Middle Earth.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Sam's doing all the cooking.
You're right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That shit's gonna be... that shit's gonna be a pain in the ass.
For $1,000, they better put that on for me.
Chef Sam.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put all of that on him. That's gonna like be a pain. I feel.
I don't like to accessorize like that. You know, I don't know. It's too much.
But does Frodo's sword like light up blue? Probably not. But that would be cool if they could figure that out.
Oh yeah.
Like if it could be a real die-cast sword, but like shine blue through it.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Like depending on like which way you're like turning it.
No, I'm
just
saying,
it hits the light a certain way.
Or that, but like actual light up function, but through like that'd be insane. That's like next level.
They could if they did the USB little thing like they do with the lightsabers for Hot Toys, but I doubt they're gonna do that with it.
Yeah, they wouldn't go that because it wouldn't like then the sculpt would be a lot bulkier too.
Jazzy, if you like Harry Potter, if you like Lord of the Rings, it's worth a watch. Hobbit, the book is my favorite out of all the books. The Hobbit's perfect. But like I just feel like they put a lot of too much extra crap into the Hobbit movies. They were okay, in my opinion. Are they worth watching? Sure. But don't expect like Lord of the Rings quality stuff.
I was gonna say, if you are a true fan of the original trilogy of Lord of the Rings, I would say that The Hobbit is worth a watch. Overall, though, I think that it has its moments and, you know, it pays homage to the movies, but it's a predecessor of what happened in Lord of the Rings. So it's a whole different take, but it's within the whole universe of Lord of the Rings. So if you appreciate Lord of the Rings as a whole, you'll like it. You'll find something to like about it.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite Lord of the Rings movie, guys?
You go first, X-Man.
Oh man, I don't even, because I watched like the cartoons and shit, you know, back in the day.
Okay.
I've seen these films here, the more recent ones, but one time,
Gotcha.
and it was, and I remember like, and this was back when I was in dad mode. Like my kids were like, you know, like 5 and 8, and I was, you know, working that Navy life. And by the time I got home to watch a movie, you know, after the kids were finally in bed, you know how it goes. You ain't sitting up through a 3-hour movie.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely
Yep.
So I watched it, but it was very groggy. and a few times in parts. But like the graphics, the way they did like the makeup and everything for like the what was it, the orcs?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was cool.
Yeah.
That shit was really cool. They looked really good, and the way they did all the creatures looked amazing. And of course, they're filming in New Zealand, so the settings are.
Dude,
just
I've always wanted
beautiful.
to go there.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go there, where they like filmed it and everything, because you can tour all that. Like that's all open to.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Hobbiton is still there, isn't it? That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just
Flavio, what about you?
They're just beautifully done. So I don't know.
100%.
I love them all, but if I had to choose, I would definitely say, yeah, that's really tough. But I would definitely say the Fellowship for me, just because it's the beginning. You know what I mean? It's the beginning. You know, you're introduced to, you know, all the characters, you know, in a progressive state, and you find how each one of them are, you know what I mean? And then when they get all put together, it just all clicked, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it goes from very happy times to very serious times.
Dude, if it wasn't for Lord of the Rings, we'd never gotten Game of Thrones. Like never gotten Wheel of Time, you know,
and just like X-Man said, like they made the movie exactly how Tolkien wanted it to be because of the books, you know what I mean? Like there's even the languages and everything that were in the books that they showed and everything were legitimate. So I love the Fellowship the most, but I really love part 2 a lot as well. But yeah, Two Towers was definitely a good movie for sure. But Fellowship is just my favorite, just because of the certain things that happened in the first part, especially when they go into the Mines of Moria. That's probably like my favorite arc in like you know, the early stages, because it really puts all the hobbits, you know, through the test of are you going to even make it to Middle Earth, you know, like, so part 1.
Yeah, for me it's the first one as well. I thought I was going to be the minority on that, because I know a lot of people like Return of the King, Two Towers, you know, like, but for me it's that beginning when Frodo meets up with Gandalf and that excitement that Gandalf is in town, and you know they got the fireworks in the beginning, and then all of a sudden crap just hits the fan, and these little hobbits are just like scared for their lives, and it just all of a sudden you're just in it. You're like, what is going to happen next? And then the way that just snowballs from there is to me, I think the best trilogy of
it's epic.
all time.
It's literally epic, dude. You can't recreate that.
No, not at all. Can't. Okay. Let's before I go on to the next NR, I do want to address this comment real quick. Off topic, but did your Mondo Venom and Mondo Symbiote have oil coming off the joints? Or is that just how the Mondo figures are?
That's interesting.
I had no oil coming from my figure. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw that too. I think that
greasy?
It was from the joints, and it looked a little oil-ish, but it definitely wasn't oil. It looked greasy, like it was like some type of greaser to help with the joints, right? I don't know if that was put in there before or later, because I have not seen that. I don't know if they, you know, blow dried the figure too quick, but man, no, I don't see any oil coming off my figures.
No,
I
haven't seen that on any of my X-Men.
And you've been a Mondo fan for a long time, X-Man. You guys can see those figures behind him, and no oil.
Yeah, no, none on those guys. No. The only thing I've ever had happen that was even similar to that was when they put Rogue out initially, because something happened in the factory with like the entire run, and like there were some paint issues, and there were some because she has a lot of hair, right? And it's all done in different separate pieces, so a lot of that was glued together, and there were some like bits where the glue kind of seeped out before it hardened up. So there was a couple of issues like that with that one figure that I got, but that was a known thing, and they ended up going back and replacing all those anyway. So
yeah.
Let's
see what else InArt's got. We got one more here, and we got three more, I should say, but one more page. And this is where it gets really exciting for me. Like, okay, I love Harry Potter, I love my Lord of the Rings, but guys,
fire.
What excites you the most on this one right here? Because we have Batman, we got Wonder Woman, we got Reeves Superman. Like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, this is some good stuff right here. This is fire, like Flavio said. XMAN, you interested in any of these ones?
I've been waiting to see this Christopher Reeve since they first, kind of were talking about it. I've been waiting to see this, and we'll see. I haven't bought anything from InArt yet, and I was thinking that might be the first thing that I get from them. But man, with all the friggin' heat that Hot Toys have been dropping lately, I may have to admire this from afar.
Superman.
Yeah, and if they are, then I'll just.
I mean, they already have, but they'll do a 2.0 is what I mean.
They probably will. Wouldn't be surprised. But I sure do want to see what they do with this, because I'm very interested in it. That Cavill Superman they did was amazing looking.
Yeah, it looked really good. It looks really good.
So I'm very interested in this, and I'll bet their Wonder Woman is gonna look really good too.
Dude, that's the thing, is that Wonder Woman looks so good. I have a Hot Toys Wonder Woman, but I have a feeling this one is going to be the GOAT of Wonder Womans. Like, this one is going to be really nice, and
potentially, yeah.
I'm not the biggest Snyder fan, but it doesn't mean I don't like the Snyder movies. There are a few movies that I like in that universe, and I wouldn't mind getting Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and then stop there just to have that trio in my display. And I like I said, I got Wonder Woman. I got the Wonder Woman 84. She's fine.
It's a good looking figure.
Yeah. But man, depending on what this one turns out to look like, this InArt one, I might have to do this. So we'll see. We'll see. But the one that gets me the most is Christopher Reeve. That's Superman. That's a Grail Hot Toys piece for me. I would love to have that figure, but I am way too scared that as soon as I buy that figure, boom, announcement. And you know what I mean? And now I know there's an InArt one coming too, and with a Clark Kent double pack almost, so.
Yeah,
I'm definitely. Flavio, dude, are we screwed here? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I just think they're like all the stuff that they previewed like is just fire. Like, you know what I mean? It looks awesome. I just don't know if it's gonna move the needle for me. Like this one, I don't know for sure. Like the Batman, because I already have the BVS one. And isn't that the same suit? This is that BVS suit, right?
Yeah, I want to say it's the BVS suit.
I already have the Hot Toys one like on pre-order, the 2.0, so I don't really
that one
know.
Looks good.
I love that one, and that's just I just wanted
good.
one. Like I just wanted one. So like for me to go to get the InArt one now, I think they
absolutely, Matthew.
If they would have announced this already, like then maybe I would have like thought about it more. But I'm already locked in with the Hot Toys version. But the Wonder Woman, like you said, I don't have a Wonder Woman, and she looks fire. I'm kind of concerned about like having to put all the armor on her though. I don't want to like mess around and mess it up or whatever. But the Reeves Superman 2, I think that is awesome. That's something that people have been wanting for so long. But I'm scared because what if Hot Toys does it? I'd rather have the Hot
That's
Toys
scary,
version.
right?
So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do at all with all three of these that are on the screen and what InArt has showed us so far. So I think it's gonna look all great. But for me, I just don't know if it moves the needle, guys. I'm locked in on a lot of other stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
I do
to.
like how they give you the option for armor on Wonder Woman. I think that's a pretty cool idea.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Because
I
no
really
one's
like that.
really doing that, or at least not that I can recall. So that's pretty cool how they give you the option for like the darker Wonder Woman, or
And
you can
her
have her with the lighter armor.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I love
And
that.
her armor is probably gonna be like a die-cast material.
Yep.
Oh, geez.
Dude.
So that's gonna push
So
Hot Toys to make their next Wonder Woman possibly with die-cast.
Damn.
How
Dude,
much you wanna
I want
bet?
the. I'm with XMAN. I want that darker Wonder Woman, that darker suit. I love that.
Yeah.
Man. But what's up, Trimble Dust? Good to see you here. Just wanted to say hello. We also have the Night Watch here. The Wonder Woman is a no-brainer. I have the WB100 Wonder Woman, but no rolling eyes. This one has different looks as well. For sure, day one pre-order. Yeah, this one's tempting. The only way that would get me to, or the only thing that would get me to not day one pre-order this is if Hot Toys is like, hey, we got one coming too. And that, nothing against InArt or anything like that. It's just, sometimes when you're just used to Hot Toys, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not one of those people that like have to like put down another company just to prove that I love my Hot Toys, but I think I would just go the Hot Toys route at that point. I don't need two. But yeah, definitely a day one pre-order otherwise. We got Clinton Martin. I almost didn't want to pull this comment up because he's saying bear down, and the Bears just whooped on my Packers the other day. So the good thing is there's only one of them teams in the playoffs, and it's not the Bears, sir. No, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Wondering who you're going for in the playoffs right now. I'm a Packers fan, but I love my Bills, and I love Baker Mayfield with the Buccaneers. So rooting for those two teams as well. Let's see here. Brick Artemis, do you have a better picture of the, you know what? Let me, I don't. If there's one out there, let me zoom in a little bit. I mean, she looks good from what I can see. Hopefully, dude, this might be a potential figure of the year if they do it right. And it looks like that, man.
So you think the body's gonna be seamless too, like silicone?
Dude, I think the body's gonna be seamless. And if they got the, I don't want to sound like a creeper, but if they got the long legs like that it looks like, it looks like she's got some long legs, and the proportions are just like, that's perfect. Like that looks so good.
I'm only wondering how the armor is going to work, because like, is it going to be a fully seamless body that you're somehow supposed to slide in and out of that? Or is it going to be like one of those things where it's segmented and you've got to plug stuff in?
Are you talking about the armor?
Yeah, because you've got two different sets of armor there, right?
Yeah.
Like how are you?
I wonder if do you think it'd be magnetized?
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
I'm wondering if it's just that front part that clasps on.
Sure.
Yeah, like maybe like from like the top of her chest up, maybe disconnects, and then plugs in. Because otherwise, if you got all this armor and these are going to be likely some harder pieces there, like you're not going to want to be rubbing that against silicone, sliding stuff in and out of things.
Or they actually might be actual straps, like, and want you to like. But
it's scary if it's die cast. Then you're putting this like on silicone. Like, is it gonna like pierce anything? That's especially if it's magnetized, which it probably won't be. But if it is, and it's like, and then it pierces through something.
But maybe it is. Like, because if it's the front and the back, it's just like a shell. It just
maybe
I could see that too. Yeah.
Why do you want Hot Toys to do it? I love Hot Toys. They have great product, and I would love to see them do an upgraded Wonder Woman. They already have a bunch of Wonder Womans, but we don't have a Wonder Woman with rolling eyes, and I think they could do a better version. I still think gonna do an artisan version, a better version of what they already have. Definitely will be coming. And she's just like Gal Gadot was like perfect for this role.
Yes, she was.
Go ahead, Flavio.
No, I was just gonna say, and I want Hot Toys to do, all these figures too, like a Reeves as well, because I just like the way that, they produce a figure, if that makes sense. I'm more accustomed to the way that a Hot Toys body feels and works, and what I'm used to or am aware that I'm going to be getting in, in that quality, you know what I mean? We've never seen them do a Wonder Woman here, or we've seen them do the Batman and the Superman. We've seen them do the Cavill Superman, and we've seen them do the Pattinson Batman. So, we know what to expect somewhat with that, but like the BVS like suit, like how is it gonna bend? How how is the material gonna be over time, like versus the Hot Toys one, and like all that kind of stuff. We're yet to see with a lot of things, but I think the capes, that they do are nice. So I'm happy with that. But like the Wonder Woman one is very interesting. Like I don't know if I would push to do that if I already see that Hot Toys ends up doing an artisan one.
Yeah.
Because I would be like, all right, cool. Like I'm good with that one. But
what's gonna be nice though, is that Ben Affleck head sculpt. Yeah, I think that's gonna turn. Nice. I think that's gonna turn out really good.
Yeah, I do too. I think the cowl is gonna look sick too.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna look sick in the cowl.
Yeah, that's gonna be tempting, man. Like,
but it's tough. I already got the 2.0. Like, so what would move me to?
Yeah,
that's true. Like, what if there's certain things that I like from the Hot Toys version, and there's certain things that I like from the InArt one? What would I do as a consumer? I feel like I'm more comfortable with Hot Toys. That's what always, at the end of the day, seals my deal. Like, pause. Like, that's the only thing that like makes me confides in like the purchase that I made, because I've bought plenty of Hot Toys. I only have the Joker 2-pack from InArt. That's the only figures that I bought from them, and that's not really a fair thing, because they've gotten better since their first figure. But I just there's so many Hot Toys that are coming out, man. Like that's what it comes down to.
We also got to think about the engineering too, because with that 2.0 Batfleck, he's got a lot going on. Like you've got like a whole different cowl and head system.
Right.
You can switch out, so you can move his head around or keep it stationary. And then like you've got the way that he's able to still, move around with that. And I don't know, dude. Like I feel like that offers so much that this doesn't, look like it's doing so far.
XMAN is talking that real facts right now. You know why? Because he said, boom, you get 2 head sculpts with the Hot Toys one, right? You get 3. You get the new the new head sculpt. You get the movable cowl, and you get the stationary cowl. This one right now, we only know that you get the head sculpt and the cowl, right? Okay, they might throw that in too, but like, look, you get the base, you get the gun, you get a couple of the grenades, the batarang, and
and they still might add some stuff too. Like I'm sure if they start hearing, hey, how come it doesn't come with this or that, they'll be like, hey, guess what? The actual official announcement.
The price.
Right.
You're getting those 3 head sculpts from Hot Toys, and how much is that 2.0?
Yeah.
And it's a brand new body. They showed you the updates and the advancements from the old body to this one. It's tough. It's very tough.
It looks really good
to move that needle for that 500 and up price point that InArt is asking for. I love the fact that they're doing, the realism, I guess. Like when you look at their sculpts and stuff, like, and The accessories, everything looks so like, damn, like if you shrunk this down, this is exactly what it would look like. You know, there's certain things that might be a little toyetic on Hot Toys' part, but overall it's passable and palatable with the price point that they're giving you. So is it that much for you to really want that level of realism for that version of that character? That is
for
the
me,
part that's
for
very
me,
hard.
and this is just me being honest. I love what InArt is doing, and I'm 100% for it. For me personally, I only have one InArt figure coming so far, and that's Paul Atreides. I'm not saying I won't ever get any other ones, because like I've been saying, like I'm interested in this Wonder Woman, and especially this Christopher Reeve. But the only thing that kind of bothers me about InArt is I feel like, lack for a better word, too pretty. You know, it's almost too delicate for an action figure. And it feels like, you know, you gotta put the belt on just right. You have to, like, you know, you have to put it. Just, for me, that's a turnoff, you know, for my collecting habits, you know, the way I like to collect. I don't want to spend 2 hours unboxing a figure and putting it together, and then only really being, and then they might have changed this a little bit to where you can do more poses and whatnot, but it feels like everyone uses pretty much the same pose for InArt figures, whereas Hot Toys, you're seeing all types of different like poses, and you know, you're not as worried because they're not as delicate, and they are cheaper, you know, Hot Toys are, but I like that it doesn't feel like a porcelain doll. I'm not saying they look like porcelain dolls, but I fear that. That's something I personally fear. I'm not putting InArt down. I think it's great what they're doing, like I said before I started this conversation. But to me, I'm not a delicate person. I break shit. Okay? I break stuff. So a little belt, guess what? That shit's going to break as soon as I take it out of the box and try to put it on freaking Batman or something. Like, I'm not good with that stuff. So for me, it's a turnoff. For other people that put it together, I'm like, damn, that looks so good. Dang, but that's also almost twice the price as a Hot Toys figure and more work that I'm not good at. So that's me. That's a me problem. But it pushes me away slightly, personally. And I'll just say that.
And that's why I think that they need, like, that's why InArt is like that one-off, like, oh, this character is so special to me that I want like the highest version of it. But like you can't like make your whole collection like InArt. Like, there's no way. Like, it just doesn't, like, it's not palatable like that. Like you say, to like most collectors, we are like collectors in multitude. So we're getting, you know, constantly getting figures. Like, we're trying to just, you know, display our collection. But like, imagine like the InArt ones where you got to put all the pieces together. Imagine that, like, every single figure.
Yeah. And Jazzy, I believe it, man. He's saying InArt unboxing is an experience of
that is true though.
Every time, man. Like, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get my Paul Atreides in, and be able to experience that. I'm really excited for it, but I'm worried. Like, I'm nervous that I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like, I hear, you know, you hear things about the nose piece for Paul breaking all the time. Like, that worries me. I don't know. It's just that. I think they look great though. I really do. Let's see. There was a question up here from Feel the Burn that I had up for a while. I think they'll ever do an armored Batman. I think eventually. I don't think anytime soon, right? But like next few years maybe. But then all this new DC stuff is going to come out. Are they going to try to keep up with Hot Toys? With like the you know, Corn Sweat stuff, all the new DCU stuff? Are they going to try to keep up with that? Or are they going to be like, oh, Hot Toys is busy doing that now. Now we can get the fans that are really into Cavill, and, you know, and now we're doing Aquaman, armored Batman. Guess what? We're giving you the good stuff, guys, because we believe the fans out there want this. Like, what's going to happen?
I'm more interested in seeing what Yost is going to do with DC. Yeah. Because he's hitting that stuff that, you know, people haven't been touching on, or stuff that people have been asking for, you know? Like, I want to see more 66 stuff. I want to see that Batgirl. I want to see that Catwoman. I want to see, you know, this Penguin he's got coming up, and all of that stuff. Like, this stuff is good, but this is not. We're not breaking any ground here. This is not new. The only one of these that really is doing something, I think, is that Wonder Woman, because you've got the swappable armor, and that's just an interesting premise.
Sure.
At face value, I don't know how they're going to do it. If it's going to be like a full mold in there, and you just snap the armor on over it, that could work, rather than taking stuff off and on. But yeah, like if they're doing stuff that other people aren't, like that Paul Atreides, for instance, I don't care about Dune, but I think it's exciting that they're doing something that other people aren't.
Yep. Right. Yeah, and Jose, definitely, man, exactly what I was saying before I really got into that. Like, it is really next level stuff. It looks amazing. It's almost like it's almost perfect, but I just worry about it because it is so delicate. And if you got the touch, you got the touch. I don't have the touch. Like I was talking about at the beginning of the show with Maji cases, dude, I don't got the patience. I think I'm gonna have the patience for like all these little, I don't know. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it. So when it comes to like, we were looking at the Hobbits with all that stuff. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to set that all up with like pans on, his backpack behind him and stuff like that. Like that, cool. But I don't know, man. It's a lot. And they look really pretty, and it worries me that I don't know. I'm done. I'm done with that. But yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay. Let's see here. We got a lot to do yet. So, Art, thank you for bringing some heat. We needed something for this week. I'm excited for that Christopher Reeve. That's one that I don't feel like you really have to set up like crazy, except for maybe maybe the Clark Kent maybe a little bit, but. Guys, I think it's time for some top or bottom. What do y'all say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do some top or bottom. Let's do it. So I got a couple here today. Do you guys, you know what? Let's just do this. We're talking about figures. This is a good one to do. Okay, now this is top or bottom, artisan version. Basically, what would you rather have top or bottom for? Artisan line. Okay, so obviously we have a Harley Quinn coming, but it's not this Harley Quinn. And it can be any version that you can think of. Any Catwoman. Okay, it could be any Star-Lord. It could be any Thor from any of the Thor movies, any Aquaman version. Doesn't have to be this specific one that you're seeing on the screen. But, yeah. Top or bottom, Mr. X-Man, I'm going to let you go first. And comment down which one you guys are thinking, top or bottom.
There's more on top that I would like to see, but I'm picking the bottom because my baby boy's down there.
Your baby boy.
My baby boy.
I'm guessing Thor.
Yeah, that's it. Bringing the Goldilocks from down under right there. But man, like anything Wolverine is going to have my attention over everything else.
Hey, have a good one, Kristen. Thank you for being here. Get some sleep.
But
so
yeah,
you're saying bottom because of Wolverine, huh?
Yep, strictly because of Wolverine. I don't really care if they do like an artisan, this particular Catwoman, or honestly anything for that matter, Catwoman, because my eggs are in the Jazz Inc. basket on that, strictly because of the body.
Yeah,
you have all these figures, all these characters that have these tight outfits, and you've got all these joints underneath them, and it just, what Deadpool say about the wallet? It ruins the lines of the suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have a Catwoman in a Catwoman suit with a big old butt cheek gap when she's got her knee up. I don't like that. That annoys the hell out of me.
You don't like the butt cheek gap?
I don't like the butt cheek gap. No, I want a full cheek right there. It needs to be unadulterated. And like it's it just looks, the human body looks a certain way. And when it doesn't look a certain way, it's weird. And I don't like it. Yeah. And sure, it's not every figure that has that problem, but Catwoman in that suit, that's a problem.
Sure.
But my boy Wolverine over here, you know, in his borrowed from Cyclops X-Men suit, because they didn't have one for him just yet, which is crazy to think about because it's exactly like, you know, designed for him, which is weird to think. But that's great. It would be cool to see an artist in Wonder Woman. But also, you know, the 100, that's like the proto artisan figure. The only thing it doesn't have is the rolling eyes, which that's a big problem, absolutely, when everything has rolling eyes. But you know, Bucky would be good. I would like to even see an artisan of friggin' Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I actually like that Aquaman a lot. I don't care about Aquaman at all, but I like him as Aquaman. And of course, that Harley would be cool too. But nope, it's Wolverine. Even if I don't get the rest of those down there, I don't care. Wolverine.
All right, what about you, Flavio?
Yeah, this is the easy one too for me. I would probably go with the bottom for sure too, just because you have Anakin on the bottom, you have Wolverine, you got Thor, and you know Leia too. So I love Star Wars. Wolverine is fire too, and yeah, I think an artisan Thor would be like awesome right now. You know, I would like from, you know, like the first movie. And the Catwoman, she's cool. You know, I really love the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah.
So I would for sure go with the bottom. I like all the characters on the screen too. They're all awesome characters, but I gravitate more towards the bottom.
Yeah. I think my favorite one on this list is Thor. I think we need a Thor, especially from either the original movie or from the Avengers. The first Avengers movie, that is. But I'm going to have to go top. And now that Darkseid Anakin is tempting, you know, Wolverine, everything, but I got to go top because I want this Harley Quinn. I know, like I said, we have an in-art Harley coming, or not in-art, my bad. Artisan Harley coming, but I want this look from Harley as an artisan. Star-Lord, be sick. I'd be worried to put this mask. I don't know how they would do that. But Aquaman would be sweet. Wonder Woman, heck yeah. Winter Soldier we're waiting for. I don't know. There's just something about that top row that screams artisan to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with top, but it's like 51-49. You know what I mean? Like it's close. It's close. Yeah, it's tough. But Trumbull Dust saying, waiting on Momoa as Lobo. Let's effing go. If we would have had time, we only got like another 30 minutes. Dude, that's going to be sick.
That's going to be super cool.
That's like Jason Momoa as Lobo, like he was meant for that role. He's been wanting that role. Do you guys know he thought that's what he was getting when he was going in for Aquaman? He thought that's what it was for, was Lobo. Like that, he's going to kill it. And it gets me even more excited for Supergirl now.
Dude, so, I'm excited, man, because he looks like the dude.
It's him. It's him.
It's literally him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, with the cigar, like as a figure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Bro,
dude, I cannot wait for that DCU line. That DCU line is going to be nuts.
I'm going to have to get that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man. And I can't wait to see that movie. Like, it's going to be fire.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We got one more top or bottom for you guys. Don't worry. I'll make this one a little quick. But this is the one, shout out to Geo Movie Canon, that got me an idea to do like, you know, the most like, I can't think of the word now. The most vehicles. Help me out, guys. The
iconic.
Thank you. I helped you with a word today, and you helped me with a word today, so I appreciate that. Iconic vehicles in movie history, and obviously there's some James Bond ones. We got Starsky and Hutch and stuff like that. But what I wanted to do was like 2 versus 2, but then put a goofy one on there too. So you got Dumb and Dumber up at the top, you know, the Shaggy Dog, the Shaggy Mobile, and then you got the Flintstones at the bottom. So just to make it kind of fun, 3 versus 3 here. Flavio, I'm gonna let you go first this time.
This is crazy, man. This is hard. This is hard because everything on this, like, most of the stuff that's on here is like really iconic too. Like, so
don't this up.
I'm a probably like what's like catching my eye the most is like, you know, the Batmobile up top. Like that's iconic, bro.
Yeah.
So that's where it's becoming hard for me, but I feel like I still want to go bottom with this. And I love Batman and I love the Batmobile. I love the Jurassic Park and Dumb and Dumber, right? That's what that one is, you said?
Dumb and Dumber, yeah, dude. When he's pumping the gas, he's got the leg
yeah.
lifted
I love
up.
that movie too. Like the first one too. So that's hard, but the DeLorean, Ghostbusters,
that's hard.
That's real iconic, man. And then lastly,
because that's the thing is if you pick the top, the bottom's gone. Like those vehicles are gone,
bro. I know I wasn't the only one who ate those vitamins when I was a little kid.
Oh man, they killed everything. You were good,
bro. So like, yo, you're talking about iconic, bro. Yep. I would go with bottom. Just me.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Good choice. X-Man, what you got?
Top. Batmobile. Very simple. Top.
Yeah.
That's what's tough. That's what's tough.
I don't care about anything else on this list compared to that.
And that was my original answer, but
I should have put like the Millennium. I should have put the Millennium Falcon, but I feel like if I put the Millennium Falcon in this, that would be a little OP. I know. That. Yeah. That's OP. So I was trying to stick to like cars with wheels, you know.
Like because the DeLorean is awesome. The Ecto one is cool as hell. And like those are the only other two that I really actually care about on this list.
Right.
But nothing at all stacks up to the Batmobile for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I do.
Trimble Dust saying I'm disappointed that Mach 1 is not on the list or Black Beauty from Green Hornet. I know. I didn't want to do like a. So the real reason why I didn't do like 5 versus 5 like I usually do for top or bottom is because to get the car, it was really hard to like make them smaller. So like I had to widen them out a little bit. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do 3 versus 3. And I try to get like the ones that are kind of most iconic in our kind of like hobby right now, like Batmobiles, DeLoreans, Ecto 1, you know what I mean? And then put a goofy one. I guess I could have put, like I said, you know, a James Bond vehicle or even the Camaro from Transformers is kind of cool. So, but yeah, I don't know. But I'm going to go with top as well. I think the Ecto 1 DeLorean Flintstones is amazing. And it's not the Batmobile that's getting me. It's the Jurassic Park. Like that, the color. Okay. Jurassic Park is like, depending on the day, #1 film of mine. Between that, Interstellar, Braveheart, like top 3. It's up there. And to me, this vehicle is just more iconic. Sometimes I see a car like this on the road and I'm like, bro, let me buy that. Like I want that car so bad. And yeah, this is something that I even said that if Jazz does a Jurassic Park vehicle, that would be the only vehicle that I would buy. Because I just think it's worth it. The Batmobiles are cool. You know, especially 89 Batman. And so that helps too. But yeah, top for me.
What's a vehicle? What's a vehicle that no one's even talking about being made, but you would want to have?
I mean, I guess Jazz is kind of talking about Jurassic Park now, but that was it. Man, I don't know. You know what? Give me a James Bond with a what was that silver car that he had? And I gotta look it up now. I forget.
The Aston Martin.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that little pack, and I'll buy that. Or give me like a Fast and Furious, the Supra. Like I would take that too. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's
for me. It's I want a taco truck for my Deadpools.
Bro, see, I wasn't even going the yes. That would be cool. That would be cool.
I would love to have that.
I would say like the Scooby-Doo van, the mystery van.
Oh hell
that's
yeah,
really
dude.
Cool. Oh, dude, no, the TMNT van, man. Let's go.
Oh,
yes,
the party wagon.
Let's go.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, dude.
Too.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some vehicles out there. Oh, that'd be cool.
They gotta make the turtles
Paul
in 6
Walker's
scale first,
GTR.
though.
Yeah, Paul Walker.
Dude, tell me
GTR.
about it, man. The D89. Okay, all right, help me out, guys. What's the D89? Oh boy, we look bad now. Trimble Dust, help me out.
DB9.
DB9.
Oh,
yeah, what's
DB9.
I still don't know what that is.
The Aston.
Oh, is that the?
Aston Martin
okay,
DB9.
Okay. Gosh, man, like, bro, Jazzy, I gotta get you on the show, man. You gotta help us out when.
Yeah, see, I didn't know anything past Aston Martin. That's all I knew.
He said, "The fuck." Let's see. We got Speed Racers Mach 5. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would actually be pretty sweet. That would be cool.
Or a Honda Odyssey.
Yep. Man, I can't think of anything else. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and stop sharing, and we are going to go on to. Let's see. What did I have on the agenda today? I had a lot of stuff actually, but we're running short on time, and I'm going to go ahead. I got XMAN on here. And sorry, Flavio, but I want Flavio's 2 cents as well. The Mondo line. Okay, now we have a lot of Hot Toys fans watching the show right now, but I know all you Hot Toys guys are hearing about this Mondo line. You guys are laughing your asses off because you're like, ha, knew it, or whatever. And it's not really all Mondo. It's kind of just Spider-Man, specifically this one, okay, which is awesome. I love it. For me, I'm just gonna put a couple words in before XMAN goes, because XMAN's truly the Mondo king, I believe, in this Hot Toys community. But for me, I'm not worried about all that. Like, I'm not gonna trash it. I'm not, it sucks. Sucks that they kind of rushed it and the paint apps are kind of messed up. But you know what? What got me to be okay with it was when Mondo was like, within 24 hours after letting him know, like, I mean, 12 hours probably, they were like, all of a sudden, next thing I know, I get a shipment, not to my door, but like a notification email that a body was coming, a couple accessories were coming, a head sculpt was coming. They didn't ask to get this. They didn't ask to get this body back. They didn't ask for the accessories. Guys, I'm getting 2 Spider-Mans now. This right here does not bother me enough. You know what I mean? To not be able to display it at all. And so now I have like 2 different poses I can do. I can put one fighting Venom where Spider-Man's getting his butt kicked and the other one with the symbiote spider. Like, Mondo really, really took care of their customers. And they're doing that with, from what I'm hearing, the rest of the Spider-Man line too. And the other Mondo, like XMAN. And what Mondo's doing with that is cool. So that makes me okay with it. Does it take a little bit more time? Sure. But you know what? I pre-ordered this whole line back in like November, October. You know what I'm saying? September, October, November, something like that. I got it within a couple months. And if they screw up on some QC stuff and they're going to fix it, like, to me, that's okay. Because I wait 1.5 years for Hot Toys anyways. If I got to wait another month for them to ship a new body, cool. I still got this while I wait. And I'm fine with that. And other than the QC issues, which, by the way, we're getting a lot of QC issues from like everybody right now. You know what I mean? like we have InArt sending people the wrong Paul Atreides. I didn't buy sculpted. I bought rooted. Why am I getting sculpted? I didn't buy rooted. Why, why am I getting a rooted one if I didn't buy the rooted? They had those issues. And then you got the QC issues with the Deadpool ankles and, scratches. Everyone's getting scratches and beat up Mark 2, sorry, for Iron Man. And they all got their QC issues. I just like how Mondo's kind of dealing with it. XMAN, what do you think? Is this always been kind of a thing? Was it a little bit more extreme with Spider-Man? Like, how do you feel when, like, you've been a Mondo fan for so long and then all of a sudden, like, everyone's kind of trashing Mondo because of the Spider-Man figure?
I think that definitely there's been more with this first Spider-Man across the board than I've seen with a lot of stuff. The X-Men stuff, I got my first one and I dove in real hard. I got my first one at the beginning of last year, and it was the Logan figure, and that figure is fantastic. That was the one that got me. I was like, I'm not gonna do animated stuff. I'm not gonna do any of that. And that they put that up. I said, okay, fine, I'll get it. And that was the one that broke the dam, dude. Like I want that whole line now based off of just that one. But like he had, because Wolverine's got the claws, right? Yeah. And he's got a whole like tray full of, you know, like I want to say like maybe 8 or 9 claws, because they put a couple extra in there in case you lose them, because they individually plug into the backs of his hands. And the thing about that is he's got several pairs of hands, right? And they each have the little bits on the back where you plug in the claws, right? And they're all individually attached. And a problem that I had with that was a couple of my hands, you know, they were a little oddly shaped, so they weren't quite going in the same direction. And I'm like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. So I hit them up. I just sent them some pictures of it, and they're like, yeah, man. They sent me all new hands, and that was it. And they were great. They all worked great. And then after that, like it was, let's see, I got Jubilee. She was perfect. Let's see, I got Sabretooth. No problems there. I got Gambit, and he was great. Rogue had a few issues that they caught as they were coming out of the factory. So what they did was, because the big issue was like with the head sculpt, a lot of the paint work with the eyes, I guess the eye stamps, were kind of out of the way. Have a good one,
Trimble Dust.
Oh, hey, later, dude. But like the eyes were kind of googly off to the sides and stuff, and they caught that pretty early. So what they did was they sent out an email to everybody. And they're like, hey, look, we know this happened, and it's the whole run. So once you get it, you know, we're just gonna send you out, you know, new stuff. Let us know what happened, because it wasn't consistently bad, but there were certain, you know, sculpts that had an issue more than others. And mine, like I said, like I had like with the hair, there was some on one of the 3 head sculpts. I'm sorry, one of the 4 head sculpts that I got with that figure. That was, you know, part of the deluxe. One of them had like where there was some glue leak for the hair. So I'm like, hey, you know, this happened with this, and these eyes are looking like Pennywise, and you know. And I had one thing where, so on the body seam between the legs there, you have like usually the little seam where they, you know, connect everything because they're molded in halves. Because she has that sentinel head, right, where, and it's set up where her feet go in a certain spot, and it's a knee bend and leg up kind of thing. Well, that one little seam was coming undone a little bit, and I was like, oh, that looks weird. And it wasn't terrible, but I'm like, well, it's I don't like it. So I told them about that, and I sent them a picture of it. Like, yeah, they sent me a whole new body with like 3 new head sculpts to replace the ones with the weird eyes.
See, that's good service right there. That makes it to where I don't have to worry about it, because it takes literally 2 minutes to email them. You know what I mean? And it takes them within 48 hours to email you back and let you know everything's good. And it's almost like 100% like satisfaction, you know, like it's crazy.
And I will say too, like, because Cyclops was the most recent one that they put out for X-Men, and this was the first time I've seen this, was where, you know, because joints get tight, and I had never had an issue with removing hands, or if it's one of those where you pull arms out to replace them with a jacket or something. Never had an issue with any of the other Mondo pieces, but with that one, I guess because it is a lot colder right now, so that's probably a huge part of it. But his hands were really tight in his jacket sleeved arms, so I went to pull out one of his hands, and the peg broke. I'm like, oh shit! And I didn't try to heat it up or anything. That's the thing that, you know, we tend to do, and I didn't do that. I'm like, hey, this broke, and they're like, okay, cool. They sent me, like I said, it's like the right, you know, hand jacket sleeve. They sent me a whole new pair of arms and the new jacket piece to go with it.
Dude, see, they sent me the whole damn thing. Awesome, bro. So like when people are really upset with like these Mondo issues, it's like, it's gonna be okay. Like, should it happen? Hell no, it shouldn't happen. But at the end of the day, it's you can't put down Mondo for it. Like they're taking care of you. Do they need a new factory to work with or something? Probably. They probably with some of these issues they need to figure something out. But they still take care of their customers.
But in like a handful of months, that whole thing is resolved. And like I'm still like a third of the way through waiting on, you know, another figure from Hot Toys.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
Yeah, and I get it too. They're animated to get the joints.
Hot Toys or anything like that, but
no,
I do
not.
think their customer service is like on point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like for me, I can't get into the smaller scale figures because the details just aren't there in a lot of cases for me. And these scratch that itch because I get that same style of figure basically.
Yep.
Which I actually do like that style of figure a lot.
Scale. Yeah.
Yeah, the details are a lot better. The paint apps are a lot better. Like I was saying before, and someone did check me on it.
I don't get 5 head sculpts of the Marvel Legends figure.
No, absolutely not.
And the paint is not as good. Like this is crazy.
No.
Yeah.
And they're usually timed editions too, so you're not going out of your mind trying to get in a queue to get the figure that you want.
Yep.
And even when it's not a timed edition, it tends to be, you know, all they do is they'll tell you beforehand what time of day it's going up, and they'll just have the stock there. Yeah. Whoever gets there and gets it.
Yeah, and you pretty much got like 20 to 30 minutes to get it. Like I was able to get in as long as you know what time, because they tell you what time. I was able to get all 3 limited editions for this Spider-Man line. So I got all 3 of them. I knew what time it was, you know, and all that. And that's the other thing. Like the symbiote spider, it's 1,000. Like that's why it's like worth the money and all of that too. Like I don't know, it's good fun. But I won't spend too much more time on that. But I just wanted to get that out there that all the hate on the QC issues and whatnot, like I like how Mondo's taking care of the people, and it was around the holidays, and they still got back to people.
Yeah,
you know, that was a cool thing. So yeah, got to give them credit for that. Okay, we have the main topic to talk about yet, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and that is Hot Toys getting lazy. Now, I don't want this to sound like I was just talking really good about Mondo and then all of a sudden I'm trying to bash Hot Toys. I'm not trying to bash Hot Toys. Okay. I love my Hot Toys. Trust me. I got my Deadpool finally coming in by Wednesday. I've got my Jack Sparrow Artisan coming in by Thursday, hopefully a little early because I'd love to show that Jack Sparrow on Wolfpack. But what I'm saying is, like, we've gotten a couple, and I can pop one of these up too. We've got a couple of head sculpts lately that just feel like they are not Hot Toys. It doesn't scream Hot Toys to me, and I feel like and this happens a lot. So we've got this Human Torch here that to me looks like Alec Baldwin. If you look at his mouth, this is Alec Baldwin. This is anybody but Chris Evans. I don't know. There's just something about that. And then you got the Nice Pool. You know, I can show that later too. Where just, I don't know, like it just seems off to me. I guess you can tell it's Ryan Reynolds, but it looks like a cheaper version of Ryan Reynolds. I don't know what to say. Like the mouth is off, you know, all of that. And we saw it with Supergirl. They had to fix that, you know, and that was a little further back, but we know they can do great stuff. X-23, you know, we saw what other I mean, the Xenomorph is looking badass. You know, we got these artisan figures, Black Widow, the head sculpt. So why are on some of these figures does it just look like it's late? Now this head sculpt looks badass. 10 out of 10 head sculpt if it wasn't Chris Evans. You know what I mean? Like, but it's Chris Evans and looks nothing like him in my eyes. And so I just feel like is Hot Toys pushing out their announcements too fast? Are they? It's weird because from what I hear, this is the same artist that did Artisan Anakin and a couple other big figures. So like he's got a good reputation, and it just falls short sometimes. I don't get it. What do you guys think about this, Flavio? Start with you.
Yeah, man. You know, we talked about this when they announced this the other day. Like, I kind of had a hot take. Like, I know a lot of people don't like the way this looks. I agree too, you know, but like you were saying, like it is a 10 out of 10 head sculpt. Like if it's not Chris Evans, but there's a very, very minor angle where I somewhat see him, but they need to fix this, man.
Sure.
Like they need to fix it for sure. But the hair looks awesome. Like look at the detail in the hair. Like,
yeah,
I just think they need to work on it. I love the fact that, you know, they're going this deep on this line, like this movie, because I think it holds, you know, I think it's worth it. Like the movie was just a summer blockbuster. And, you know, it was awesome to see Chris Evans cameo as this too. Like, when we saw it, we thought it was gonna be Captain America for some reason, and then it ends up being this guy, and Deadpool's playing on that.
Yeah,
and
he's like, here it comes, here it comes.
Dude, I could watch that movie any day of the week and love it. You know what I mean? Like I seen it the first time. So
yeah,
I definitely want to pick this up. I think it's gonna be okay by the time it comes out. I think it's gonna be fixed. They're gonna tweak it.
I hope so.
I'm definitely displaying him with the flame effects, like that one where he's in the middle of it. That's the way he's gonna be displayed. Like,
sure.
So I like it, but overall I don't like it because they need to fix the head sculpt.
They need to fix it, and we know Hot Toys can. Like we know Hot Toys can make this look right.
Right.
But I feel like sometimes they just rush figures out unless they have competition, and they're like, oh, I can do that better, and they do it. They do it better, but like. They need to fix this, and I also feel like they need to fix this one here, and I'll show it in a second. Right. Hey. Because what's that? I'm sure some people like this, but like the bottom half of this sculpt just looks. They're not good with.
Like his head is big, like in this one, like.
Yeah.
Like I think it looks just like him. He looked weird as Nicepool in the movie. He just looked weird.
Or like, I think maybe the hair too is maybe too voluminous, like a lot of volume in it. Maybe a little bit less or something. I don't know.
The hair looks like it's the same hair from the Scarlet Witch. It comes down over the shoulder.
He had weird looking hair, and it was kind of bulky looking. The way that he had it tied up in the back and all that, and the sides.
True, kind of, yeah.
Because like we're not used to seeing him with long hair too, and also it's extensions, so it's gonna be like bulky and weird. But this is how he looks.
I think his facial expression, it makes it kind of weird. I just think it's his forehead. For me, it's his forehead. But like the facial expression,
to me, it's this. It's that. Me, and I know that it's supposed to be goofy. I know like Nicepool. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to, but like it's just. I was really excited for Nicepool. You guys remember this? Like back when I did the X-Men, or not X-Men, the Deadpool versus Wolverine episode with like 10 panel members and whatnot. Like this is one that I was kind of excited for. A Nicepool. Like I want a Nicepool.
I just think the pictures lately have been like skewing your eyes. Like I think all of these figures are fire in person. That's the problem. The pictures like are very weird lately.
Right. Yeah, we just need better quality pictures. But Jose Plus said, have you guys heard how Nicepool is a parody of the guy from It Ends With Us movie?
I heard that recently.
Lively.
And I totally see it. I totally get it. I didn't know that at first, but I heard it and I was like, oh gosh, that makes so much sense.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen It Ends With Us, so I don't see it, but that's funny. I mean, you know, like that's
cool. Because if you see anything about like that whole controversy with what supposedly happened with that guy and a lot of stuff that he had to say himself, I was like, dude, when he comes out talking about how he identifies as a feminist, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is exactly that dude's vibe. Yeah, I didn't even catch that at first, and oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
The Chris Evans head sculpt miserably fails. A side by side, I think they will fix it. The rest is fire. Yeah, I mean, I think they'll fix it too. But I'm just, it kind of sucks when you see, or you're excited for a Hot Toys figure, like you really want something to be announced, and they announce it, and it ends up looking kind of like this. You're like, man, like hopefully they'll fix it. They got to fix it, right? And then sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Johnny Storm is like halfway there, I think.
Yeah,
he needs some work. He needs some help. But I think because they've been just giving us unsolicited head fixes for like the last few months, at least, out of nowhere, on stuff that we didn't even think needed to be fixed.
Well, another thing that bothers me is that we're getting a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool sculpt of Nice Pool before we actually see like, the burnt face. Like I want the actual Deadpool face. Like,
yeah, that one is the one that people.
Like why are we getting this first? Like, give us what we want.
Well, see, I like that they're doing it like this because at least it gives me some kind of idea of what's going on, right? Because we know to expect the Resistance guys. We know to expect, battle damage Deadpool. I like that this is up for order now because that helps me get a better idea of the scope of what to expect, or at least announced, or at least teased. Yeah. Because like the way they've been doing it, like how they did with the Guardians, right? They teased the whole line, and then they put out, one after another, and then they just went silent with the last two, Yeah. So, and I doubt they'll do that here with the Resistance and with battle damaged. But I'm glad to see that that they're showing us kind of their plan.
Yeah.
And I at least like to know that because that helped to inform me on my pre-orders. Like I've let a lot of stuff go this last couple of months because of this. And I'm totally fine with that as long as I have an idea of what to expect. So I think that's all right. But I mean, at least, don't sit on it too long,
Yeah. And I guess another thing too, like, is Hot Toys getting lazy? It's not just about like some of the head sculpts that are popping out, in my opinion. I think another thing that kind of bothers me is that these golden guns, like this was supposed to be exclusive to the exclusive, you know what I mean? Like, and then we get the golden guns, and then, we got like 20 different dog pools, and it's like, I feel like the Deadpool figure, the original Deadpool figure, could have given us like, head pool, and then we could have gotten baby pool with like lady pool, dog pool with nice pool. They should have spread it out a little bit. It's nice that you get so much stuff with Deadpool, right?
Yeah,
because that's a lot of accessories. Like that's fire. Like that's cool. But then you get you announce that first, and then all these other figures, Deadpool figures, and it's like, okay, I got that already. Got the golden guns. Okay, thanks for the slap in the face, and all that kind of stuff. But the non-diecast, swords. Like where are the why aren't they not diecast? Like
right.
I just feel like there's something to this question because I don't know. I think Hot Toys listens more than we think.
I think they just
really
pick and choose.
do.
Oh yeah,
they pick and choose.
Yeah.
I feel like they pick and choose on what's worth it to them to go with, and what's okay with them to just get by with getting like aroused through people, but not enough for it to make the mob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the volume is so deep, right? Like, there's gonna be some misses among the hits. I don't think with this one, that the golden guns is necessarily, because at first the initial thought is like, okay, like people like went and ordered, that one because they wanted to get the golden guns with them, and now this one has them. But also, someone pointed out recently, I'm like, yeah, you're right. We're like, well, this guy is gonna have to have his golden guns because they're his, because he had them. And if you want to have them with the other Deadpool, where are you gonna take them from this guy to give them to him? Like, so there is that. And also, you gotta think, like, they didn't alter the price for those golden guns. It's still the same cost. The only difference is that, like, for instance, I would have gone to Underground and spent just, maybe $30-$40 less if I had known that probably, but also, it's fine. It is what it is. I chose to get the guns. I'm good.
Yeah.
But that's the only issue that I see.
They shouldn't have did that. Like, you were already setting up people. That's what I was telling Brick with the movie promo version. To get the gold guns, that was like the buy-in to that version with the timed, exclusive, and then boom, just get the guns.
People to pre-order faster.
But then it's kind of tough because it's like he did take the gold guns from him in the movie, so I understand, but I don't know. It's like a licensing aspect. Like they have to do it that way. You know what I mean? Or
I think the biggest concern with the Deadpools is the aside from like the downgrade and stuff, like no longer die-cast swords. Yeah. The magnets are weaker on these scabbards. Like the Deadpool 2 figure, those magnets, they keep that sucker on his back. But these now are very, very, they still do the job, but they're not near as strong. And we've noticed that being an issue with like the Ladypool figure, how she's got the Uzis that are magnetic. Right. And if you move the swords on her back, they tend to interfere with that and knock stuff around, which, that sucks. And now, of course, you got this guy with all of his hair. And what's that going to do when you're trying to pose his head? How many times are you going to be putting his swords on his back because you moved his hair around or some such? So that's going to be an issue, I think, with this. I think if they had stronger magnets, maybe that would have helped with this. Maybe not because of the hair. Right. But they definitely are. They're finding corners that they can cut that I would say see, it's hard because you look at what you get versus the cost versus inflation versus what you've been getting versus the older cost of things, right? Like, I don't know how much Deadpool 2 that figure was when he came out, because I bought him on eBay later on because I wasn't even collecting at the time. But you spent a lot less on that figure, and his accessories are more premium. Yeah. Whereas now, because everything 100%. Costs more, we're spending more money now, and they're doing
good point.
They're doing less in terms of the and
quality. That's not with every figure, but it's when you compare the Deadpool to a Deadpool, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. This is a straight 1-for-1 pretty much. So I think, I think that, and I don't know how much more it would cost if they did die cast or if they did stronger magnets or what have you.
Not much. Magnets are cheap,
Yeah, true. But I have to imagine that it bears some weight in the cost.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I'm hoping I'm
it's updated bodies, updated suit.
I'm hoping that's why. It's just that they're trying to not have it cost so much more. Yeah, knowing that stuff costs more now anyway.
But XMAN, where's the brown Wolverine suit?
I'm waiting.
Oh man,
I'm waiting. Whenever they want to lay that on me, I'll take it.
I want to say a quick hello to How You Figure real quick. Bugle 6, baby. Thank you for being here toward the end of the show. Thank you for popping up, though. If you want to listen to some good stuff, though, we had some really, really interesting in-art talk earlier. So go check that out if you have the time. But thank you for being here, Justin. I appreciate you, man. Guys, go check him out on his channel. He's got a great show, Casual Fridays. So check him out. I don't believe he had a show on last night, though, right? I was looking, and I didn't see it.
I think not.
Okay. But yeah, thank you for being here, Justin. I appreciate you. Anything else about this topic, guys, before we call it a night?
No,
I think maybe, another thing that I wasn't considering, because it does seem like, at least to me, and I've only been collecting for a couple of years now, that the volume of announcements and releases has been insane. This year versus previous. Is that correct?
Correctamundo.
I'm wondering if that's part of their process of thinking too, for maybe not doing accessories in the way that they used to. Maybe, I don't know, maybe somehow that affects that too. I have no idea.
Right.
But maybe it's the cost of development overall, or the cost of production overall, versus the cost of maybe doing something in plastic instead. I have no idea how those optics work.
Yeah,
but every little thing drives the bottom line, so I have to imagine that.
Right.
Yeah, something. I do wish they just, we just knew a little bit more instead of just always kind of, but that's what we're here for, right? To kind of assume and talk and have fun, and whether we're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. We just love to talk about it. But yeah, Calvarine would be nice, Field of Burn.
Yeah.
But
it'll be cool
guys,
with a bike too.
Oh heck yeah.
I want a bike. Yeah.
That would be cool. Guys, thank you for being here. This is a good first 2-hour show. I think we have at peak about 36 watching during the middle of the show at one time. So thank you. We got 21 still in the house toward the end of the show. So thank you everybody for being here, watching, supporting. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. But before we go, I want to thank the panel as well. This is a great first Saturday night show. The next Bugle 6 episode is the 1-year mark. That's crazy. 1 year of Bugle 6.
Crazy.
Seemed like yesterday. That's nuts. Can't believe it.
The paper's been in cycle for a year. We've been issuing out them papers to your front doorsteps for a whole year, baby.
Yes.
Read about it.
Flavio, what's going on, man? Other than that beautiful background of yours, you've been working hard. Tell us what's going on with you.
Bro, there's a lot that's gonna go on. What are you talking about? As soon as this camera goes like that,
you going to work.
I'm gonna eat, and I'm probably gonna get back to just Christmas, like when Jim Carrey was like, joy duty, blackmail, pink slip. You know what I mean? Like when he was in the back, dude. I'm just gonna be unloading all my figures now, bro. Like we got
dude, I cannot wait to see
the
the final.
Batmobile down there too. We're gonna put the DeLorean here. Oh man, there's so much stuff that.
What are you gonna put at the top? What you got for the top?
But that's the thing. Like I'm gonna unload. I have not thought about how this is gonna actually work, but. Like I feel like
finally stayed down.
Yeah, bro. Like, listen, my thing is like, okay, like these are the figures like that I already had displayed before I built this, right?
Yeah.
But I have almost all my figures like boxed because I just didn't want to have my stuff out in the elements. I wanted to make sure that they were protected and my assets were protected. So now what I have to do is unbox everything, but it's like I have to take the stuff out and then arrange it to how I vision where I want it to be.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I can't just be like, oh, the top is going to be this, the bottom is going to be that. Like, I know the bottom is going to be the cars for now. That's my thought.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm going to do like Marvel, Star Wars, DC, or something like that, you know what I mean? Or
sure.
Star Wars, in what order? I don't know yet. Mm-hmm. But it's gonna move around a lot. But all I know is that I have to start filling it up and displaying it how I want it to look or how I vision it to look, so then I can arrange where they're supposed to be. I know that definitely Marvel and Star Wars is gonna be like definitely eye level somewhere, because I think that's going to make the most sense because those are the most figures that I have, Marvel and Star Wars. But then DC, I don't know if I'm going to kick them up top, but then it doesn't make sense because my Batmobile is down low. So I just have to play around with it. It's all new to me, guys.
Hey, but that's the fun part, is playing around with it, like building's the hard part. Once it's built and you get to play around a little bit, that's the fun part. So that's good. I like that. I like that Mandalorian print above your door as well.
Yeah, that's a lenticular frame. So as you move left and right, he's walking.
That's what that means.
And it's hovering, like kind of like those old school.
That's nice.
Book. How do you call those? The bookmarks, the old school ones.
Yep,
like
I got
that.
you.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
That's what that is. But yeah, I have a lot to do with my room still. Like I got some things like that, like art that I want to hang up. You know what I mean? I got to get more lights
here too. Yep.
So it's definitely going to be ever growing. But for the future, you asked me, what am I going to be doing? Yeah, I'm going to be unboxing and displaying and enjoying my collection.
That's
finally.
Exciting.
And also, you know, the collection tour coming soon. You know, I'm not going to rush it. It's not going to be something where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it in like 2 weeks. Nah, I'm going to be realistic, guys. I want to enjoy the figures that I've been buying, plus the figures that I have incoming too. So it's just going to be an ever-growing thing. But now the channel is finally going to be back in motion with content. So stay tuned for the collection tour. Stay tuned for more unboxings in the future. More Bugle 6 here with my guys and anybody else that we have on the show. So peace and love to the community. Thank you, guys. This is what I've been waiting for. And I can't wait to show you guys.
Awesome, man. Love it. Love that outro right there. XMAN, my good guy, my good friend. What's going on, man? What stream are you going on after this? Because you're going like 10 streams a day, bro. You're busy.
See, well, after this, the only stream is going to be happening in the bathroom. But tomorrow, I'm going to be getting nuts with Ben and them.
Okay.
And
nice.
and after that, I'll be heading back over to Geo's channel for the Canon Council. Okay. We'll be doing all of that. And whatever happens next week, I'm going to be getting back into the swing of doing the work stuff. So I'm going to be getting out of town next week and be hitting up Kansas City, get some barbecue. And do some of that over there and start making more money for more figures.
Awesome.
That barbecue sounds nice.
Hell yeah.
So
it was so good over there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It is. Speaking of the Canon Council, I will be on there tomorrow night as well. Really excited to be back on Geo's stream. It's been a while. I have a big week for work though. So
yes,
yeah,
sir.
I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah, just a big week. So, but I will be on Wolfpack. Probably won't do any other streaming though throughout the week or making any videos. However, I did just put out a video today, the Venom, which I've shown like 20 times, which is why I show it. You know, the Venom unboxing and review, the Raw unboxing review is what I like to call it. So go check that out. And yeah, guys, it's been fun. It's been fun being back. I like Saturdays. Saturdays are fun. So let's go.
Oh yeah.
Here's to the Packers winning this weekend, the Bills and the Buccaneers. Everyone else, I don't care. So
I don't know if you guys are gonna win, but
I know it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But guys, thank you for being here. Chat, thank you for being here, guys. And until next time, keep bricking.
Fireworks, baby. Fireworks.